Hello, my name is Edward Flood. I retired after 30 years in the fire service. I retired as Chief of Department, North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue, the third largest fire department in the state of New Jersey. The reason behind this hostage video is that I co-authored a book along with Anthony Avillo. You may be familiar with his command, control, and fire ground operation books. And our book is entitled Full Contact Leadership. Good book, buy it. Then I'll be giving a class based on the information in this book. And instead of trying to talk you into coming to the class, I'm going to read our last words. Chief Flood's Perspective Parable. Once upon a time, there sat a firefighter on the bank of a gently flowing river. On the shore across from the firefighter and the gently flowing river stood a lush, verdant forest. The firefighter sat serenely upon the shore, taking in the view of the gently flowing river and the lush, verdant forest, and to the firefighter, all the world seemed right. Behind the carefree firefighter, perched upon a rock, was a company officer. The company officer could see the carefree firefighter, the gentle flowing river, the lush, verdant forest, and he could see shadows moving deep in the forest. Upon a hill above the company officer watching over the firefighter stood the battalion chief. From the vantage of the hill, the battalion chief was able to see the captain on a large rock, the firefighter on the shore, the gently flowing river, the lush verdant forest, and the shadows moving deep in the forest. Across the river, deep in the forest, beyond the shadows, the battalion chief could also hear a distant, ominous rumble. On a plateau above the hill, farther back from the large rock towering over the shoreline, the gently flowing river, the lush verdant forest, the shadows, and the distant ominous rumble, stood the deputy chief. The deputy chief could see the battalion chief on the hill, the captain on the rock, the firefighter on the riverbank, the gently flowing river, the lush verdant forest, and the shadows, and he could hear the distant ominous rumble. Beyond all that, he could see a dark, foreboding cloud dust rising above the tree line at the far edge of the forest. On the mountaintop, above the deputy chief, on a plateau, far back from the battalion chief on the hill, farther back and above the captain on the rock, and towering over the firefighter on the shore, watching the gently